Bonjour. Welcome everyone to the Solution is Gratitude YouTube channel. Trying an experiment today, doing something just completely off the cuff, sitting in my pickup truck. Hopefully I have a nice background of some palm trees and Mount San Jacinto behind me so that it looks pretty. And today I'm actually going to talk about pretty, and I'm going to talk about perfectionism, and I am going to talk about that people are really not thinking about me, or they are not thinking about you, period. And all of that comes from, interestingly enough, the other day I taught myself Instagram. And one of the takeaways I came with about Instagram was that there were two takeaways. One was that the addiction factor of Instagram is easily 100 times more than the addiction factor of Facebook, which is really freaking scary as far as I am concerned. So that is just something to keep in mind when one is on either one of those platforms. Interestingly enough, this will be on those platforms, or not on Instagram, but certainly on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Now, the reason that I'm even talking about that is because the other takeaway that I had with Instagram is that everything must be, for the best popularity, everything must be cohesive, have a certain color palette and tone, and essentially perfect. And it took me a couple of days to process what I had learned about the platform, and I went, oh my God, this is just wow. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to use the platform, and it doesn't mean I'm probably not going to follow their directions and make a perfect Instagram feed, maybe several perfect Instagram feeds. However, doing that and still keeping in mind the magic is not in perfectionism. The reason that people are committing suicide over Facebook is because it looks like everybody is having a perfect life because we present the best part of us. And the fact of the matter is that the majority of the time we are not presenting the best part of us. We're doing the best we can. However, essentially, we are all completely insane. And it's best to remember that. And it's best to remember that particularly in the context of perfectionism. And in the context that anybody else really cares about what we're doing or thinking or being. Because the truth of the matter is, people are not thinking about us. They're just not. It's just not. We are not in their radar. We are not in their scope. Period. And if I come from, or if you come from a space like the famous spiritual book that came out a few years ago called something to the effect of the spirituality of imperfection. So as I was saying, when I was so rudely interrupted by the fact that I ran out of memory in my iPhone and had to clean up the iPhone before I could continue this recording, as you can tell, I have changed outfits. I am still in the same location, but I have changed outfits because it is a day later. So as I was saying, we're talking about the spirituality of imperfection. And that is, there's so much power in that. There's so much power in getting to the space of understanding the perfectionism of not being perfect. Now, I am a person who most of my life has wanted perfectionism, and if I couldn't pull off perfectionism, I would just say screw it. And that has not served me in the least. And what I can say about this, and I'm so glad that it cut off because I wasn't getting this point yesterday, was that the whole point around perfectionism is essentially it's just fear. It's fear of taking a leap. It's fear of looking foolish. It is fear of not doing it right. It is fear. And so much, actually, almost everything in life has some sort of fear factor to it. And damn, it's so interesting to have had this cut off so that I could get that the point that I was really going to, that I wasn't able to get to yesterday in the first part of this video, is the true spirituality is understanding that imperfection is the ideal and not perfectionism, and that what causes that perfectionism is fear. And further, taking it one step further, and then I'm going to finish on this point, is I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was saying, you know, there's two people here. There's two entities going on here. There's this self that runs my life around here on the planet and all of those kind of things. And then there's this other part that's actually me. That's actually my soul. And one of the things that I am working on So I got cut off again. And it's now another day since the second section of this recording was done. And I decided to finish this up with a lot of imperfections. So, first of all, I'm wearing a jacket, my hair isn't done, I'm doing laundry, haven't showered yet. I got street noise going on in the back. I got airplanes going on. The only real thing is I still have a beautiful background, which is really quite perfect. But the point being is that this is the kind of thing that I would never have done before. And I'm just so happy to get these moments of understanding that it's just about doing the deal. It's just about doing the deal and blank everything else. And it's taken me a long time to get there. I hope it doesn't take you as long as it did me. And I hope that this video was fun, amusing, and insightful. Thank you so much for listening to The Solution is Gratitude YouTube channel.